Hi everyone, Adrienne here, and I want to say Happy New Year to you. Today I'm coming to you with a video talking about the direction that I want my channel to go in the year of 2019 and the content that I want to produce for you. I am so excited to be committing to coming to you with a video at least one a week. I would like to make more videos than that for you, but I can't commit to any more than one a week because I do work a full-time job and sometimes that job is out of town, and also I work on an as-needed basis another job, so I pick up extra hours there. So sometimes my work weeks get pretty tight, so committing to one video a week is something that I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to stick with and do. But sometimes it's going to mean that some of the content is going to be pre-recorded so that I make sure that I have something every week for you guys. And what I mean by pre-recorded is maybe like a week or two in advance or so. Another thing that I want to commit to on my channel is, and this kind of is hard for me to do, but I'm going to commit to low buy only when it comes down to eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. I am way out of balance with my eyeshadow palette collection. I love eyeshadows. It's one of my favorite things to buy for makeup, but I want to get into the palettes and the products that I have and really review them for you and do first impressions on it. And I'm not going to be able to do that if I don't stop buying so many palettes. So with this low buy that I'm committing to with eyeshadow palettes only, I'm only going to be allowed to purchase one eyeshadow palette a month, and preferably no eyeshadow palettes at all. Only if I find an eyeshadow palette that I think the color theme or the story really fits with my personal taste, I may go ahead and grab it. It's going to have to be something that I really like for a specific reason, not just a palette because I think it's pretty, because there's so many palettes out there that are pretty, but I don't need to necessarily take them on in my collection. Plus the brands are coming up with stuff so quick that there's no way I can keep up with all this stuff. If I do start receiving PR or something like that, I may have obviously more product, but not because I'm buying eyeshadow palettes. So that's what I want to focus on for a low buy. The rest of the products in my collection, I don't feel like I'm out of balance with, but if I do get out of balance with any other type of product, I think I will put that on a low buy anytime throughout this year also, because I really don't want to become a makeup collector. I want to be using and reviewing the products that I have in my stash, and I didn't commit to a low buy overall because there are some things that I want to add into my makeup routine that in the past I've said that I haven't liked, but I've changed my mind on, and I do want to include them in my routine. And I don't want to put myself on a low buy, otherwise I won't be able to get the formulations and those products to try out to add to my routine. So the low buy is another thing that I'm committing to in the year of 2019, and I will be doing monthly checks with you guys to let you know if I stuck to it or not with the eyeshadow palettes, and if I did purchase an eyeshadow palette, why I felt that palette was so important that I needed to add it to my collection. So I'm really excited about that. And also, I'm going to be doing a video showing you guys how I organize my makeup, and you'll probably be seeing my organization every month in some updated type videos because I'm going to be shopping my stash quite a bit and decluttering. So there will be videos focused on shopping the stash where you guys can see what I already have, and you can vote on the products that you want me to use to create looks and to talk about. So those videos, I will be adding that to the category also. And I thought I wasn't going to be doing first impressions. That's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to come to you with full reviews of palettes, but the more I've sat and thought about it, that's not really practical with the eyeshadow collection that I have. I'm going to need to get into these palettes and start giving you some first impressions and creating looks with them, just so I can get through them and tell you about the quality of these palettes. If you're not already following me on Instagram, you're going to want to make sure to do that, because a lot of the palettes that I get into, once I've given you a first impression, while I'm using the rest of the shades in the palette, I may create the looks and post pictures on Instagram and let me know if you want a tutorial of that look. I'm probably not going to make a YouTube video for every single look that I create with each individual palette, unless it's some of the higher end palettes, which I do tend to show you how all those shades work, because I feel like spending $30 to $125, whatever some of the Viseart or Pat McGrath palettes are running palettes, and not showing you how each shade performs is not really doing justice to you spending your money. You know, a little drugstore palette is not as big of a deal if maybe you can only get 1 or 2 looks out of it. But to me anyway, it's a pretty big deal if you're gotten a high-end palette and you can't work with all the colors in the palette. So those I probably will take a little more time on creating looks, but still a lot of that stuff will be posted on Instagram with swatches and things like that. So that's one thing that I want to get into is more first impressions along with the reviews of the palettes and doing some thorough reviews of the palettes, because I almost feel like we're getting like palette fatigue. Like I've heard other YouTubers talk about having palette fatigue, and I feel kind of, I don't know about you guys, but I feel a little fatigued with all the new releases, and I just need to focus on some of the stuff and find some things that I love and have time to think about the looks that I really want to create. And I want to get more into seasonal looks, so I feel like I don't just have a hodgepodge of mess thrown at me all the time, but go back into finding things for seasons and doing themed looks. And I'm going to be changing the way that I do foundation reviews. I like the foundation reviews that I've done in the past, but what I'm finding is my skin type is changing so much from season to season living in the Midwest that how I felt about a foundation 2 or 3 months ago may not be how I feel about it year round. So I want to tell you guys, you know, how I found the foundations monthly that I'm working with and what I think of them and why I'm choosing to use them. I mean, I can get into whether or not a foundation is meeting the company claims. That's not going to be an issue, but I find that stuff that I loved in the summer, I don't love it in the winter. And I need to let you know what and why. So I will be revamping the way that I do my foundation updates, so please be patient with that. And also I'm going to be adding haul did how was it videos, and this is not my own original idea. This came from one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Tiff. I'm going to be using her idea to do haul did how was it because I've taken in so many products that don't necessarily fit in the best or worst category, but I do want to come back and let you guys know after I purchase some of this stuff what I think of it. So I can't wait to get into that stuff with you, the haul did how was it. And I will also be adding skincare videos monthly, at least updates on what I'm using on my skin. I just had a birthday 2 weeks ago and turned 45, so I'm trying to keep up with my skin. I am a licensed esthetician and ran a skincare center for 5 years. And I used a lot of cosmeceuticals, but now I'm trying to step back into some cosmetic grade stuff so I can go through it for you guys and see if I can find stuff in the drugstore and Ulta and Sephora that will maintain the skin as you mature without using the dermatology grade or cosmeceutical grade products. And also I've just been curious to see if these products that I see advertised are technically really meeting the claims that they say that they're meeting, and also looking at the ingredients on the boxes and trying to figure out if those ingredients even produce those things that they're saying that they're going to produce. So I don't know how you guys do it. I have bought some of the drugstore type products just to try, and I tell you what, it took me about a month before I could commit to buying anything because there was so much stuff when I went down that aisle. So for somebody that's just going and has no clue of where to start, it is way overwhelming, and I would like to help you guys with that process throughout the year. And if I choose to have any professional treatments done, I also want to talk to you guys about that and let you guys know what I've had done. And also contact lens reviews. That's another segment that I want to add to my channel. If you've been following me for any length of time, I know you've seen my eyes change to many different colors, and they're going to continue to do so as I get bored and like to do different things to amp up my look. So those are some of the things that you can look forward to seeing in the year 2019. And also, like if I haven't already mentioned it, I'm really open to suggestions to content that you guys would like to see on my channel. And I can't wait to create these videos for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You're also going to want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.